Gohan is the strongest Saiyan, or the one with the most potential. And what if I told you that Gohan will be dethroned very soon? And it's not who you're thinking of. Are you ready for this bomb? Stay until the end, and let's go. Well, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and activate the bell. Gohan the strongest, the greatest potential? This provocation makes sense, and it speaks directly to Dragon Ball's internal logic, not only in terms of momentary power scaling, but in terms of narrative intention. The short answer is Gohan can, at the same time, be the strongest Saiyan of the present and the Saiyan who will be dethroned the fastest, and this is not a contradiction. It is a direct consequence of how the character was built. Gohan, with the beast form, currently occupies an exceptional tier, not only because of the raw power demonstrated, but because the work makes it clear that this state represents the almost total release of the hybrid Saiyan human potential, something that has always been treated as anomalous. In this sense, Gohan not only has the greatest potential among the Saiyans, but is also able to convert it into real strength immediately when the correct emotional trigger is activated. This places him in the present narrative above Goku, Vegeta, and even Broly in terms of controlled peak. The problem is precisely that, peak. Gohan was never written as a character of continuous progression. He does not live to fight, does not structure his life around training, and does not constantly seek the next limit. Every time he reaches the top, he does so out of necessity, not ambition. This means that, narratively, Gohan is made to arrive first, but not to remain there for long. Dragon Ball has always punished characters who reach the apex without daily commitment to battle. It was like this after Cell, it was like this after the potential unlocked by the Kaioshin, and nothing indicates that it will be different now. When you say that Gohan will be dethroned very soon, the central point is not who is stronger today, but who has narrative space to grow tomorrow, and that is where the answer escapes the obvious. We are not talking about Goku or Vegeta, because both are already on very well-defined trajectories. Goku seeks to refine Ultra Instinct, Vegeta explores Ultra Ego. Both still have room, but they represent continuity, not rupture. Broly also seems like an easy answer, but he has already been established as a chaotic force. His arc now is about control, not absolute overcoming. He will evolve, yes, but more in stability than in definitively surpassing everyone. The true candidate to dethrone Gohan is not someone already at the center of the stage, but someone the narrative has been quietly preparing. Someone who does not carry the weight of repetition, who does not need to justify dozens of previous transformations, and who symbolizes the future, not the present. Dragon Ball has always worked this way. Goku dethroned older masters. Gohan dethroned Goku in Cell. Then the focus returned to Goku. The next dethronement needs to follow this generational logic. For this reason, when analyzed coldly, Gohan is not dethroned because he is weak, but because he represents a closed apex. The beast form feels complete, rounded, almost final. There are not many clear narrative steps above it without mischaracterizing the character. Other names, however, carry exactly the opposite: space, mystery, and promise. So yes, Gohan is the strongest Saiyan right now, and yes, he is the Saiyan with the greatest potential ever shown. But Dragon Ball has never crowned eternal kings. The throne has always been provisional. The real question is not if Gohan will be dethroned, but when, and by someone who represents the next cycle of the work, not the current one. And that is precisely why it is not who most people are thinking of. And that's where we ask ourselves, where does Frieza fit exactly? Would he be the external factor that breaks Saiyan logic, while the Saiyans of Universe 6 enter as the structural factor that threatens the monopoly of potential? They do not compete with Gohan in the same way, but together they explain why the throne never remains stable. Frieza does not participate in this discussion as stronger than Gohan or weaker than Gohan. He enters as something more dangerous, someone who evolves outside the emotional and genetic rules of the Saiyans. While Gohan depends on a trigger, emotional balance, and a conscious decision to fight, Frieza depends only on calculation. Black Frieza makes this clear. He doesn't awaken power through desperation, nor through protection, nor through pride. He observes, measures, withdraws from the field, and returns only when he knows he has surpassed everyone. This makes Frieza a direct narrative threat to Beast, because Beast is a reactive apex, while Frieza represents a premeditated apex. The most important detail is that Frieza does not need to defeat Gohan to dethrone him. It is enough to exist above him at a given moment. The work uses Frieza as a constant reminder that Saiyan power, as absurd as it might be, is not the ceiling of the universe. If Gohan represents the maximum that a hybrid Saiyan can reach when everything aligns, Frieza represents what happens when someone decides to break the entire system and train outside any moral or traditional narrative limit. He doesn't occupy the throne, he threatens the very concept of throne.
We also have the Saiyans of Universe 6, who enter in another way, much more subtly. They are not individually greater than Gohan, Goku, or Vegeta, but they represent something the work has never fully explored before: accelerated evolution without trauma. Khalifa, Kale, and Kaba achieve legendary transformations in an absurdly short time, not because they suffered extreme losses, but because they live in an environment where Saiyan evolution was not interrupted by extinction, genocide, or domination. This completely changes the logic of potential. While the Saiyans of Universe 7 evolve by reacting to catastrophes, those of Universe 6 evolve through natural adaptation. Kale, for example, presents raw power comparable to Broly's, but with one fundamental difference. She is not an isolated exception. She is a possible product of that universe. This means that what Broly and Gohan represent as anomalies in Universe 7 may be in Universe 6 just a rare but replicable stage. That is where the real threat arises. It is not Khalifa today, nor Kale right now. It is the fact that Universe 6 can, with time and narrative focus, produce an entire generation of Saiyans with explosive growth, emotional control, and absence of psychological blocks. This is something Gohan never had. He always needed to break internal barriers to access his power. The Saiyans of Universe 6 do not seem to carry these chains. So, when everything is put into perspective, the picture becomes clear. Gohan occupies the current apex among the Saiyans of Universe 7, with the greatest potential ever shown and an extremely high and controlled power peak. Frieza threatens this apex from the outside, not as a Saiyan, but as someone who plays a different game, where emotion does not matter. The Saiyans of Universe 6 threaten this apex from within, not now, but as a future possibility, as a genetic and cultural structure that can surpass Gohan's hybrid model without repeating his conflicts. That is why Gohan's dethronement does not need to come from Goku, Vegeta, or Broly. It can come from someone who does not share the same emotional heritage, or even the same race. Dragon Ball always moves forward like this. When a character represents the peak of a system, the next step is not to climb one more rung, but to change the entire system. We know that the moment Gohan is born, Dragon Ball begins to carry a silent contradiction. He is presented as Goku's son, but from the beginning, it is clear that he does not follow the logic of his father. While Goku is a warrior shaped by training, repetition, and constant overcoming of physical limits, Gohan emerges as something different, almost out of place within the narrative itself. Even as a baby, his latent power already frightens experienced characters, not because it is controlled or usable, but because it simply exists, compressed in someone who does not want to fight. This is the root of the entire discussion. Gohan does not seek power, he contains it. The confrontation with Raditz is not only the first demonstration of this, but the most symbolic one. Goku and Piccolo, two trained warriors, repeatedly fail against a superior enemy. Gohan, in absolute panic, releases a power that momentarily surpasses Goku's and causes real damage to Raditz. This moment is never treated as an accident. On the contrary, the work goes out of its way to reinforce that this power did not come from training, technique, or battle instinct, but from pure emotion. It is there that Dragon Ball definitively establishes that Gohan possesses an abnormal potential, something that does not follow the rules of pure Saiyans. During the Saiyan saga, this logic repeats itself. Gohan does train, yes, but irregularly, always carrying fear and insecurity. Even so, his power spikes continue to emerge unpredictably. At various moments, he demonstrates strength comparable to greater than that of far more experienced warriors. Goku, on the other hand, can only reach similar levels by using the Kaioken, a technique that literally destroys his body from the inside. Here there is already a fundamental difference. Goku pays an extremely high physical price to grow, while Gohan simply releases something that was already there. On Namek, this disparity deepens. Goku needs extreme gravity, successive Zenkais, and finally the transformation to Super Saiyan to face Frieza. Gohan, even without any transformation at all, manages to injure Frieza on multiple occasions, something few characters accomplish. He faces members of the Ginyu Force efficiently, withstands enemies who previously dominated Goku, and continues to demonstrate sudden jumps in power whenever someone close to him is in danger. The most important point here is not that Gohan is stably stronger, but that he surpasses Goku repeatedly in specific moments, something Vegeta, Krillin, or any other character never does. The Cell arc consolidates all of this definitively. For the first time, it is no longer a matter of interpretation or implicit potential. Gohan becomes clearly and unquestionably stronger than Goku. By reaching Super Saiyan 2, he surpasses not only Goku, but all the other characters present. Goku himself openly acknowledges this, admitting that he would not be able to defeat Cell. This acknowledgement is crucial, because Goku never admits inferiority without reason. Here, the work makes it clear that Gohan not only has potential, but has reached a level that Goku could not attain at that point in the story.
The victory over Cell also reveals another important facet. Even while being the strongest, Gohan nearly loses because he cannot control his emotions. His power is immense, but his mind is still not prepared to deal with it. This reinforces a pattern that will repeat throughout his life. Gohan always reaches absurd levels, but then needs to learn how to live with them afterward. After this saga, the narrative makes a controversial choice by moving Gohan away from the center of battles. He abandons training, prioritizes his studies, and loses relevance as a fighter for a long period. Even so, when he returns in the Majin Buu arc, the pattern remains. After the Elder Kaioshin's ritual, Gohan releases all of his hidden potential and becomes stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku without learning any new technique, without going through additional transformations, and without intense training. Once again, he simply accesses what had always been stored away. This is a crucial difference when compared to Goku and Vegeta. Goku builds his strength based on constant training, experimentation, and adaptation. Vegeta builds his strength through pride, obsession, and the need to surpass Goku. Both evolve progressively. Gohan does not. He leaps, he skips steps, he reaches levels that take others years to achieve in a matter of minutes. With the arrival of Dragon Ball Super, the power scale changes completely. Goku and Vegeta begin to deal with divine energy, train with gods and angels, and access states that go beyond the traditional Saiyan concept. For much of this phase, Gohan lags behind, but not because he lost potential, but because he does not use it. Whenever he decides to train seriously, he regains strength at a frightening pace, once again reaching levels comparable to Goku and Vegeta in advanced forms, something no other Saiyan does. The introduction of Broly adds a new essential element to the discussion. Broly is the ultimate example of raw Saiyan power. His strength grows during battle, with no apparent limit, driven by instinct and survival. Unlike Gohan, Broly does not repress his power, he drowns in it. His evolution is continuous, explosive, and dangerous. Goku and Vegeta only survive because they resort to fusion, which shows just how absurd Broly's growth in combat truly is. However, Broly also presents clear limitations. He lacks emotional control, does not fight with refined strategy, and loses consciousness as his power increases. This means that although his growth potential is gigantic, his efficiency is compromised. He is a weapon without brakes. Gohan, on the other hand, when he reaches the beast form, demonstrates exactly the opposite. The beast form doesn't emerge as a traditional Saiyan transformation, nor as a divine form. It is the maximum manifestation of Gohan's hybrid potential, uniting instinct, emotion, and consciousness. Unlike Super Saiyan 2 in the Cell Saga, Beast doesn't seem unstable. Gohan maintains mental clarity, precision in his blows, and total mastery of his own strength. His feats against Cell Max make it clear that he has reached a level that neither Goku nor Vegeta demonstrated in that context. This brings us to the central question. Is Gohan the strongest Saiyan? In immediate terms, with the beast form active, everything indicates yes. The work clearly positions him as someone above the others at that specific moment. However, when we talk about potential, the answer becomes even clearer. Gohan not only has the greatest potential among the Saiyans, he always has. This has been consistent from Raditz to superhero. Goku and Vegeta continue to evolve, each along a distinct path. Goku seeks the absolute harmony of Ultra Instinct. Vegeta explores the conscious destruction of Ultra Ego. Both are still in process. Broly, if he learns control, can become the most dangerous of all. But Gohan, when active, when focused and emotionally balanced, represents the apex of what a Saiyan can become. The true differentiator is that Gohan doesn't need to surpass external limits. He only needs to stop holding himself back. This has always been the character's paradox. He is not the strongest all the time, but when he decides to be, when he accepts who he is, few can even come close. The final verdict is clear. Gohan is the Saiyan with the greatest potential ever presented. With the beast form, he is also, in the present narrative, the strongest among them. Would he lose to Broly in a long fight? Possibly, if Broly continues growing without stopping. In a decisive, controlled, and focused fight, Gohan would have a clear advantage. Everything depends on the context, something Dragon Ball has always made clear.